So you filed your tax return, but you need to make a change. Maybe you need to add a W-2, or you forgot a dependent, or you need to remove a dependent, or there's a credit that you forgot to take. Well, all of those things are handled via Form 1040X, and I'm going to show you how to fill out the right way so that you don't mess up. Let's go. Welcome to Tax Chit Chat, the place where we talk all things tax all the time. So there are 5 steps to complete Form 1040X, amended U.S. tax return, the correct way. And I'm going to walk you through each of the 5 steps and show you how it looks on the actual 1040X. My experience has shown me that there are even some tax professionals who don't know how to complete an amended tax return. But I'm going to show you all the steps so that you do it the right way. Now, before we go deep, I need to tell you some things about Form 1040X. Form 1040X is used when you need to correct something on the originally filed tax return. What you're doing is you're actually completing a brand new tax return and sending it to the IRS, telling them what changed. They will then go ahead and replace that first tax return with your amended tax return as if the first return never existed. So back in this video, we went through a 2021 tax return for our good friend Napoleon Dynamite. So what we're going to do in this video is we're going to use that tax return to show you how to make the various changes in completing the Form 1040X amended tax return. Step 1, get the original tax return. The first thing you need to do is get the original tax return, and that's because this information is going to be entered into Form 1040X and serve as your baseline. You will then use these numbers and adjust off of them to tell the IRS what changed. Now, if you do not have a copy of your original tax return, then check out this video on how you can get a tax return from the IRS. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to request a tax return transcript that has all the information from your original return. Step 2, get the changed information. So what this means is you're going to find all of the documents that change. So if you had a missing W-2, you have to get that document. If you had a dependent and you need to take them off, then you need their information. If you have a dependent and you need to add them on, you need that information. Missing 1099s, missing 1099 DIVs, INTs, all of those things. You need to get the information that needs to get added to the return. And that new information is what's going to be used in the next step. Step 3, change the information. So if you prepared your return online, you should be able to go back into the software that you originally used. And once you go in, there should be an option for you to say that you want to change or amend your tax return. Once you get that option, they should ask you if you would like to populate your tax return with the original information. And of course, you're going to say yes, because once again, this serves as your baseline. In our professional software, which is Drake, we get this warning message indicating, hey, the only thing you should be doing is changing this return, otherwise you're impacting the original return. Now, what's important to note is that 1040X cannot be completed on its own. Essentially, what you're going to do is you're going to complete a brand new 1040 and use that information to complete 1040X. So if you're completing Form 1040X by hand, which I do not recommend at all, then just realize you have to complete a new 1040, you have to have your original 1040, and then you're going to use the 2 pieces of information to populate Form 1040X. Step 4, complete Form 1040X to indicate what's changed. So I've already completed Form 1040X for our good friend Napoleon Dynamite. But what I did was I began by pre-populating his return. So we can see in the original amount column, those are the dollar amounts that were reported on his original return. There's a net change column, which you're going to report what changes, and then there's going to be the correct amount column. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump off screen and we're going to run through the actual completed forms now. So here we have Form 1040X, amended U.S. individual tax return for Napoleon. All of his demographic information is at the top. Now, as we look here, we can see that the 3 columns, so there's the original amount, there's the net change, and then there's the corrected amount. And you will see each of the individual lines, so starting with adjusted gross income, if his itemized deductions, and arriving at his taxable income. It indicates the tax that he was charged and is usually picked up off of the tax tables. And it walks through if there was any federal income tax withheld. Now the net change is going to show what changed from the original to the amended. So in this particular instance, Napoleon needed to pick up some banking interest that he left off, as well as the net income from his Vote for Pedro promotion business. This impacted his taxable income, as well as his tax, as well as his self-employment tax. So the corrected amounts show all of the changes. Page 2 of 1040X is used to reconcile if you are adding or removing dependents. Now in part 3, you're going to give an explanation of changes. So you're going to tell what changed. And as a pro tip, what we usually do is we tell the IRS what schedules are being changed, which we'll show you in the very next step. But in this particular case, Napoleon indicates, I left off some bank interest and some money from my Vote for Pedro business. This is awkward, IRS. Fixed it. New forms are 1040, Schedules 1, 2, C, SE, and Form 8863. And the last thing that you're going to do is you're going to sign and date your return, put in your occupation, and if you're using a paid preparer, they will put their information down at the bottom. Step 5, mail Form 1040X to the IRS. So now that your 1040X is already completed, I'm going to walk you through how you actually assemble the return and mail it to the IRS. So after you've print, signed, and dated your return, you're actually going to mail 1040X to the IRS. Now, 1040X actually serves as a cover letter because it is really indicating that you have an amended return. So some professionals will tell you that you're not supposed to send the original return with the amended return. Now what we do is we include the changed return and we stamp it as amended. So every schedule that has been changed from the first return to the current return, we simply stamp as amended. So what Napoleon wound up with is a brand new return that includes $200 worth of banking interest and $800 net profit from his Schedule C business, as well as the new or amended Schedule C that includes how much money he took in, his cost, as well as his net profit. Now the thing to remember is that you generally have 3 years to amend a return and get a refund if owed one. Now us tax pros can electronically file Form 1040X. 2019 to 2021 are currently active for us. So if you need to amend a return and you don't want to do it via paper or you're just confused, then feel free to reach out to us. But if you do complete Form 1040X and plan to mail it to the IRS, we recommend watching this video so that you do it the right way. And until we meet again, just remember, keep earning, keep learning, and just like that, this chat is adjourned.